The opinions and statements expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of WWDB, its staff, or management.
Welcome to Tone and Tenor, a show that explores current issues of the day and listens to bipartisan voices of the people.
Welcome to this special edition of the Tone and Tenor Show, Bipartisan Voices of the People, Freedom Voices, the Political Youth Perspective. I'm Randall Jefferson.
I'm Maurice Goodman.
Welcome to Freedom Voices, the Political Youth Perspective.
We're here with Freedom Voices of St. James. Before they start their questioning, I have to put a disclaimer in. I was a founding advisory board member for St. James in the Allegheny West section of Philadelphia.
Well, Mr. Kaveen, I know that now that you have a group of guests here, maybe we start with Ms. Shira if you want to ask her a question, or Mr. Green, go right ahead.
How is it being like such a female figure in the eyes of the people?
I run CeaseFirePA, which is a gun violence prevention organization. Sometimes it is tougher being a woman. It's a good question. I think sometimes folks think that I'm going to be a little bit of a pushover, and we stick to our goals, which are to reduce gun violence, reduce gun tragedies, keep guns out of the hands of people who shouldn't have them. Then if I'm following that, I feel like I'm always doing the right thing. And probably many of the people in your school, many of the people that you know, have lost a loved one to gun violence or have seen somebody be hurt, somebody's life be impacted. And I think part of what people don't realize is we are talking life and death consequences.
I have a brother that was killed by gun violence 2 years ago. And I think that what you're doing is good because my mom, it just tore her apart. I mean, my brother was on an honor roll since middle school. He was on the dean's list in college. He was just that honor student. And he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. It's certain people, not to say that I'm wishing someone else's child was killed, but I'm just saying, the worst people get chosen for it. So, I just want to, say that I like what you're doing, and I appreciate you for it because my mom, she's still not over it. Over 2 years ago, my brother has a son. So, every time my mom sees, her grandson, is just oh my gosh, they look just alike, and it's sad, and just sad.
Well, I'm so sorry for your family's loss, and I think, like you said, it's there are so many families who have gone through this, and nobody deserves it. And sometimes somebody's at the wrong place at the wrong time, but sometimes people are at the exact right place at the right time. They're walking home from a job, or coming home from school, or in church. So we have to do something. That is why I do this work. I know that my family is blessed. I don't have a personal story. I'm very lucky, but I do spend a lot of my days hearing personal stories and trying to stand up and give voice to those stories.
These young folks have a lot on their minds, and so we're going to let them keep it going.
From the knowledge that my family supports me with, both candidates, Trump, the things that he says or everyone doesn't agree with. That's the same thing with Hillary. It seems like it's a big game to everyone because somebody can lie or cheat in your face very easily.
Mackenzie, you want to jump in there? You seem kind of anxious.
Yeah. I feel that the United States, it was made for more than one person, and if you're going to reject a person for who they are, what they bring to the table, it's not fair to them. Because if you read the Constitution, it was made for everybody, anybody of any race. You can't expose all evil, or there will be evil more. There will be more good, and there's nothing at life to accomplish then. If you have both, it's even.
I agree with Mackenzie because she's right. There are a lot of African Americans, not even just African Americans, Latinos, Chinese, whatever race you want to say, that are afraid of speaking their mind or speaking their truth because they're afraid what's going to happen next. Oh, am I going to get shot or am I going to get locked up or incarcerated?
Kaveen, when you were saying you don't know who's going to be in office, you never know who's running just to get a title because, really high title,
Yeah, you're right.
Technically, you're the most important person in America. And Hillary, you never know, she might be running just to be the first woman president because, I love my country. I really do. But they people do the stupidest stuff.
I would even out the odds. I would even lower voting age. I would say you have to be at least 13 and older, because there are thousands of human beings that don't vote.
If I was able to vote, I wouldn't vote for neither of them, because like Hillary Clinton, I really was going to vote for her before, because like the things that she say is like powerful to everybody else, but like really behind, I know she don't really mean all of that. And Donald Trump, I just do not like him, because like he's really negative. He really doesn't have anything positive to say about our kind of race.
I was very impressed with what I heard today, and all I can say is listen to all voices before making up your mind. And it sounds like you guys have been listening to both sides of this. It is one of the most frustrating campaigns I've ever seen in my life.
You all are making me, really keep tears back, and I am so proud of you all. I really want to visit your school, because someone is doing a remarkable job. Stay focused, stay positive, and know that you have something to wake up for. And we're going to pray that there is no wrong place that you are, until us as adults can do everything we can, until you come along and help us, in some of this madness that's causing us to lose life.
So we need you to fix it. We need you to run better candidates. We need you to run for office. So don't take yourself out. Don't do a protest vote and say, I'm not going to vote. When you turn 18, you make sure you register. You talk to your parents and your teachers now. You get those letters to the editor. You start doing this, and then you can have better candidates. You can be the candidates. I'm hopeful, too. I'm really encouraged. I look forward to talking to you all again. I look forward to talking to Mr. Carter and Mr. Green. I think we can do some great things together.
I'm Destiny.
I'm Kevin Dupree.
I'm Mackenzie Austin.
I'm Sakaya Harris.
I'm Randall Jefferson.
I'm Maurice Goodman. Thank you for listening to this edition of Tone and Tenor, Bipartisan Voices of the People.